but I'm not liking so I don't really know exactly everything she's doing. In our community, it was more shit talking than anything else. It still is, but I'm not there either. But Natasha, I heard, has done some pretty vile things. Yeah, doing background checks and all this other stuff. That was like so in my community or my old community, that was like so 2018. We did that shit back then. We doxed back then. But everyone has grown, or some of us have grown up and changed the way we do things. We no longer, well, I can't say all of us. I personally, I'll speak for me. Have I done some shitty things in the past? Absolutely. Have I changed? Absolutely. Have I doxed people in the past? I sure have. Have I looked people up in the past? I sure have. Have I ever gone public with it? No. Have I ever done things like half the other creators I've seen? No. Have I ever done it with malice intent? No. Sorry, just haven't. So then, thank you, Carol. So then, let's go back to 2022. Well, Tommy, for me personally, when I doxed, what people consider a dox is not a real dox. When I say dox, I mean that I looked somebody up on Facebook or I wanted to know who they were. My feeling was, if you're going to talk shit on me, then I need to know who you are. However, this also came after probably 2 CPS calls at the time. Like, I was a target by over 100 people every single day. Kind of like the way people target Natasha. I was targeted like that with no justification. There was no reason for people to come after me like this, but they did. And I wasn't doing the shit Natasha was doing. When I say doxing, I don't mean doxing like I put your whole family out there. I mean that, you know, I looked you up. I wanted to know who the fuck you are. And you're right. I know I'm an absolute saint in comparison to Cooper and a couple of other people. I agree with that. But again, this was 2018. This wasn't anything in the current. I know I'm an absolute saint in comparison out there. I mean that, you know, I looked you up. I wanted to know who the fuck you are. And you're right. I know I'm an absolute saint in comparison to Cooper and a couple of other people. I agree with that. But again, this was 2018. This wasn't anything in the current present. This was maybe even 2019. Then another CPS call, then another CPS call. But the last 2, I know who they are. But I still never did half the shit that all these people have done. But regardless, somehow I get compared to these horrible things when I've always been a voice of reason. I've never done the things that other people have done. Wendy, something about that this is how dumb they are, that I accused the CPS worker of being the caller. That's what Wendy said. Wendy, please prove that. Please show me where I said that I blame her for being the caller. Are you fucking retarded? Sorry, guys, but really, Wendy? When did I say that?
I don't give you permission to record me and put me on your YouTube channel. I said, by the way, how do you know I put you on my YouTube channel? Oh, I know, because it's coming from YouTube. Are you friends with the girl that's calling? Because it kind of sounds like you're in cahoots with her. So again, this is harassment. You can leave my house now. Thank you. Have a good day.
I heard people want to buy the Xavier Harrison candle. I know it's not for sale.
That's been a fucking nightmare.
Why? Because the color?
No, because people. No, the color is fine. But people comment on Facebook. Is this for sale? Do you have permission? How can you do? Shut the fuck up. He's dead. I don't need permission.
I'm the one that ordered.
Listen, Laura, I definitely need. Tell me how much I need to send. I really want an Xavier candle.
Okay.
And honestly, Xavier is the one that I want the most, and I'll pay for the ones for Samantha and her son. If you'll do those special ones for us, because
all right,
he didn't get a lot of attention. And you want to know something? I reached out to the mother, and I didn't get any response, and it's okay. I actually asked her for permission for me to attend his services.
Shut the fuck up. He's dead. I don't need permission. Shut. Wendy over there, let me say something, Wendy. So you claim that you're going to contact the Better Business Bureau, which is a fucking joke and a half to begin with. And anybody that knows anything about business knows that the Better Business Bureau is a joke and a half to begin with. But if you're going to go real life like that, Wendy, how about we call the school? How about I send your school clips of
you know, the things you say and do on the internet, I don't think your school would appreciate that too much, would they, Wendy? Nope, they sure wouldn't. So Wendy, I would advise you, maybe just maybe you should mind your own business and worry about yourself and your own business and your own life instead of worrying so much about mine. Because I don't think your teachers, your fellow teachers would know what you do on the internet, would find it acceptable. I certainly don't think your boss would find it acceptable. And I certainly don't think the other parents would find who you are acceptable as a child teacher. So before you put stuff out there, you might want to take a look at yourself, Wendy. Randy, that goes for you too. You guys really might want to take a look at yourself and stop worrying so much about everything I say and do and start worrying about yourself. Because when you guys put out there that you're going real life, well, you know what? It kind of speaks volumes as to who you people are and what you're about. And, you know, if that's okay for you, then it's okay for me. You know, it's okay for us to contact your bosses, to contact who you are, because you guys make it okay. You guys are saying it's perfectly okay because you're going to do all this stuff. But the more trolls that come on the site, the more I see where people are from. So I want to thank them for that. Every time a troll comes over, I can see their address. So thank you very much, trolls. I appreciate it.
Diane, I'm ready to screen share when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
So this screenshot that I'm looking at right now that we're going to show to everybody is, it looks like itemized gifts and payments to you, it looks like, right?
Yeah, but in the payments, she sent me $500 cash, but it says $485. It's because, you know, when I transfer the money to my bank, because I wrote the check to my sister-in-law.
Okay, so she gave you what's in parentheses. She gave you 500, but it really was only 485 because of fees and stuff like that.
Right.
Gotcha.
But she did send me 585, and the 216 was like 221. So
yeah, it looks like 221, and then the next one looks like gifts for 520.
Yeah,
and then I see the gifts over here on the side. It looks like a necklace. What is it? I can't read it. Necklace.
It was 2 necklaces.
Okay.
It was a robe, some pajamas. I mean, stuff that she sent to me. Some roses, strawberries.
Okay, roses and strawberries. Okay.
Okay, it was
very romantic.
You know, and people were asking me, and you know, she pushed me the other day. She pushed me. She said, "Show your receipts. You know, show them. This is what I have."
Okay, so that was a total of. So all that she gave you was a total of $1,219, essentially, right? The fund collection was $1,795, $1,795. Okay, she only gave you $1,219. So there's $576 missing that she's never given you, that she collected and bragged about and never gave you.
Well, the only reason that I know how much she raised is because she said that she had raised over $1,800 in 2 hours for me, and Katie couldn't raise over so much money in 24 hours. So that's the only way I knew. She sent me.
Right.
She sent me.
So she used. So once again, and I forgive me, Tawanda, but once again, she used the death of a beloved community member for her own profit, pretended to collect money on their behalf, and then kept it. This is now twice.
Oh, and
I would be willing to believe that the money for Kim Lowry is also under question. I'd be willing to bet money on that myself.
We need to bring up an important part of this. She was taking the money in her PayPal. She said that Tawanda didn't have a PayPal, but Tawanda did. In fact, Marianne went in to the chat and dropped her PayPal. And Laura said, that's not her PayPal. That's not her PayPal. And, you know, got rid of her, got rid of Marianne.
They thought that my PayPal was not right because it said, see, when I set up my PayPal, because I am just really tech stupid, I was donating to Delusion Dispeller one night, right? When I set it up many months ago. And so it said my name and Delusion Dispellee. But the thing is Laura knew I had a PayPal because
hold on.
I have PayPal, Laura.
Okay, so she's saying that YouTube takes money. So this discrepancy is the YouTube fee, but she didn't get this money via Super Chat. She got this money in her PayPal. So YouTube fees don't apply here, Laura. Nice try. Nice try.
The $226 that she sent me, that was on that she sent me, that was the Super Chat. The 216 was the Super Chat. That was on 221, and she sent me She sent
Talking
me,
Dove, you're a moron because this money didn't go to YouTube. It went through PayPal. So go back to Laura and let her know that she's lying to you because this money was collected via PayPal. It was not collected through Super Chat. So nice try.
Laura sent me, because I wanted to thank everybody that had PayPal'd her. She sent me the PayPals, and I think they added up to, I can't remember, 1,200 and something. But I didn't, because they were their real names. I didn't want to put it out there, and I couldn't. I wanted to get the, you know how the people put on the messages, and she said that she would have to look it all up, and it would take a long time to do that. I didn't even want them to do this. You know, and I was so appreciative. I just wanted to thank the people. And then whenever I got the PayPals, I didn't want to put their real names out, so I didn't know how to thank them.
People ask me
Herself, Laura herself has asked in her little Patreon secret groups to find makeup mobster's information. Did we all forget that? She wanted her information. She knew what town she lived in, but she wanted her information.
Do you want, not just Makeup Mobster. Do you want me to go through all of them?
Sure.
All right, let's go through all.
Okay,
Okay, so this, I have redacted the faces and the names, except for Laura's name, of course. Her name should be bright and shiny. This is Laura. She posted this. This is Serendipity and her husband. She's doxing them right there. See that? She calls him Sarah Dipshit, of course, because she's a classy woman going after her Christianity. Beautiful. Lovely. 2 people liked it and laughed at it. Nice. I am the one who put the happy faces over their actual faces because I'm not about to redox them. So Serendipity. So everybody take notes, okay? So we got Serendipity, Laura doxing right there. There's her picture. There's her name. There it is posted. Okay, there's one. Here she is again. Down here at the bottom, I believe. See where it's circled? It says, so Sarah's dipshit's name is Sarah and then blank. There's her last name right there. Dox. From Laura again. So every time this bitch talks about how I never dox anybody, I never da-da-da, find me one time. Here's one time right here. Here's one. Write it down. Serendipity. Not only her picture, her husband's picture, but her full name right there. Bitch. I'm on a fucking roll tonight, y'all. So if you can't handle it, don't be here because I'm not going to stop. Here's the next one. Here's where she, we've shown this one already. Here's where she's asking for Mandy Lynn's address. I want Mandy Lynn's address. I'm going to make this cunt's life hell. See that? Y'all see it? There's Laura's face. There's her name. And do you think any of her people are like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Laura. Nope. Here's her address right here. Very next text. That's her address right there. All scrolled out. Everything yellow is what I redacted. The black was already redacted. That's her full address right there, including zip code. Mandy Lynn. Here's what she says. Thanks you. And then that's the name of the person who gave her the information. This bitch's time has come. I'm fucking done. Docs. Right there in Laura's Patreon. Right there. Okay. So that's 2. Good. Good job, Nikki. Write it down. That's 2. She's either doxing or calling for information for a dox in her Patreon groups. And I don't care if this was Facebook messages. These are all her paid patrons right here. That's where she talked to them. Here's the next one. This is an actual map to someone's home. Look at that. I don't even want to tell you who this is. So you can put anonymous. Map to home. In her Patreon.
Well,
I'm gassing up the car. 5 hours and 11 minutes.
See, she didn't put it. Let's clear this up. I want to make sure I clear this up. She didn't do this in her actual Patreon. She did it in the groups that she made for her Patreon on Facebook because this is illegal in Patreon. You can get your Patreon taken down for this, as she so pointed out for Molly, right? Putting it in her Patreon.
Yeah, you can lose your Patreon for doxing. Onision just lost his entire Patreon for doxing. So she knows better. She knows not to do it in the Patreon. She does it in Facebook instead. But it's still the same thing. It's still doxing, and it's still your Patreon group. So everybody who's thinking about joining her Patreon, be careful because this is the shit that goes on in there. And you know how I know that it's still going on? Because she just did it to Blondie McBlonde. She just did it again. She said that she looked up her stuff. She doxed her 17-year-old stepdaughter or almost stepdaughter, boyfriend's daughter. She just did it again.
Bless this mess. It's Laura. I think you're a member over there. It's Laura.
Well, this is Laura, Bless. This is all Laura. Okay, so there's the third one. Here's the other one. Remember Wads? Remember Whiskey? Here's what she did to his poor family. I'll make this a little smaller. Here's Laura. There's his daughter. Doxed. Wife. Doxed. Says the daughter looks just like him. Remember how she went on and lied and said she never looked up his kid? Remember? I have that video. I can show you that video. And here, she doxes him and says he looks fat. So she's body shaming him too. And remember, this is when she thought she was going to have sex with him. She had a big old crush on him at the time. She's going to have sex with him, but he looks so fat. Doxed his wife right there. Are you keeping up? I just want to make sure you guys are keeping up. Because there's more. Look at all the tabs I still have to go. There's more where that came from. There's his poor daughter. Bless her heart. I covered that face up. Same with the wife, I think. Or that might have come to me like that. I don't remember. Okay, here's another one. Here she is in a comment section saying, can you send me info on Shark Skank? I'm so done with her loser ass. So here she is asking for a dox on Marsha, White Sharky, right there. In public even. She didn't even bother to go private. Can't even imagine what she put in private. That's what she put public. See that? What are we up to now? Yes, wife and kid. That's right, wife and kid. Disgusting. Disgusting. There she is, going after Marsha. Can you send me info on Shark Skank? Why? What do you need her info for? For what? Disgusting. Okay, here she is. Doxing. She's cute, by the way. There she is again. That's her. See, here's a little icon right here. Doxing Ash 274. Since all is fair in love and war, here is Ash 247. Damn it. She would have had a good rhyme there if she got her name right. It's 274, which rhymes with war. You would have had a beautiful poem there. Damn, you're so dumb. Anyways, which is confirmed by me because I said something in a live stream saying, and you doxed Ash 274. So she took that as confirmation. So there's Ash's face right there. I covered it up. There's another one. Well, what are we up to now? 7? Awesome. Let's keep going. There's Ash. Okay, here's Makeup Monster. Here's Makeup Monster's Facebook. See that black line right here? That's her full legal name. This is her husband and his full legal name. Here's Laura. Correct. She's all for it. She's all for it. Here's more. She says something with a C. She's spelling her last name. Here it is. Full legal name. Husband's Facebook. Those are out of order. I apologize. Here she is requesting it. She says, fuck Marianne. I want Makeup Monster's info. I know she's in blank New York, but I don't know her address. I crossed this out, by the way. Full dox. Right there. Dox. And I don't even like Makeup Monster, to be honest. But she doesn't deserve to be doxed by anybody, even Molly. She doesn't deserve to be doxed by anybody.
Nope. We don't agree with doxing.
I don't support it. I don't support it.
You will not find anywhere, me or Wendy doxing anyone ever because we don't do that shit.
Nope. And I don't support it. Don't support it. All right. Here she is again. I don't even know who she's asking for this time. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. It's right here. She says, I need real names of these fucking cunts. It's time to show them what the fuck it's like. Whose names do you need? Ash and Tilly's? And I believe she says yes to that later on a different screenshot. She says yes. So here she is requesting a dox. Requesting a dox of 2 more people. Here she is. Oh, here it is. Yes, and anyone else. See that? Yes, and anyone else. Then she's asking for, I believe, Red Lotus's information. Because see right here, what's going on with Red Lotus? I want to show you something or whatever. Here's her, I think this is Instagram or maybe Twitter. I forget. I can't tell which. Oh, Twitter. I think it's Twitter. Twitter. There's her full Twitter. That right there, that's crossed off in red, is her full legal name. Dox. Right there. What are we up to? 10? Nice.
Yeah, Ziggy is keeping count.
Thank you, Ziggy. Here is Makeup Monster's house, posted by Laura. Dox. I covered it up with a little emoji.
A house emoji.
A little house emoji. It's her house. Because I'm not trying to redox her. Posted by, Tony Soprano, the mob boss. Oh my God, so pathetic. Posted her whole house. Dox, right there. That's a dox. Why are you doing that, you weirdo? Here she is, posting her whole name, and this is her complete address. I crossed it all out. I crossed it all out. Okay. Here's another one. She's giving the entire world my Facebook page, which is public and open. She wants to know her real name. Let's blast her real name. So she's going to publicly dox whoever she's talking about in this screenshot. Don't even know who it is now. Her plan is to dox them. So she's calling for their personal information. This is what she does in her private groups. This is what she does. And she's still doing it today.
Well, they might be friends now, but we're just refreshing the memory that she did dox Makeup Monster because she was so irate that you put her family in your Patreon. But she did it.
What are we up to now, guys? I don't even remember.
11, 12. 11, 12. Yeah, because we don't know who this person is.
We don't know who this person is. So I don't know. Here she says, I want all of their real names. So that's what, 13, 14, 15, 16? I mean, I don't even know how many people she's talking about. Here she is asking for their information. Dox. And here she is. This is the worst one. This one absolutely disgusts me. And I don't care what you think of Mandy Bell. But she says, she's talking about going into chats as a troll. And she says, go in as Mandy's husband. LOL, yes. She says, dead husband. Isn't that classy? She's beautiful. She's a lovely lady. What a lovely human. Let's go troll the chat with Mandy's dead husband. Rest his soul. And then here's his name right here. His whole name. First, middle, last. Right there. Dox. Social media is from K Smalls. Here she is talking to K Smalls before you blast my Facebook everywhere, which remember, again, is public. That's her public social media. Remember that 2 can play your game, and I promise I play better. So there's a threat. Beautiful. Here goes her Facebook. There it is. Doxed. And her husband's information right there. Her kids go to blank county. Her kids. Now we're going after children? Really? Disgusting. Oh, and I love the name. Kidnapper. That's beautiful. It's a great name. It's beautiful. I don't even know who these people are, but this is what happens in Laura's Patreon. She knows all about it. She made the threat right here. So don't pretend like you didn't see it, Laura. Yes, you did. This is your crew that did this under your watch and or command. And it is kind of staticky. Okay, so she says, I think what I need to do is come up with some kind of story. And then static. Oh my God, my fucking kid's in the hospital. Like, she's coming up with ideas, like this a possible story. God forbid, she says. Maybe I need to say I overdosed. Oh my God, Laura's in the hospital because she OD'd from all the stress. I'm not kidding either. That's it. That's it. I'm going to say, I'm going to disappear for 3 days.
Oh God.
You hear it?
Yep.
Let's see who the bad ones are now. Did you hear that? Wow. What do you think? She says. This is supposedly a conversation that never happened. Anyone? Yeah, I'm sure it's fucking crickets. They're like, what? Are you? I think I should say that I took all the pills from stress. There we go. Did you hear that?
Oh God.
That every one of them has to sleep with the story that I tried to kill myself.
You mean like all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I say we do it. I'm not really going to do it, but I say we run with that narrative. So she's not really going to do it, meaning she's not going to actually take the pills, but she wants to run with that narrative. That's what she just did. Did you guys hear that? Can everybody hear that okay?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. And I can, that was, there was two different spellings for my last name under her Google search before there was, her state child support.
Wow. You see
and-
right here, those are her searches. Those are her searches.
Yes. I
So
can
that's
scroll
her
up a little
search.
bit. Yes.
Hell yeah.
just quickly, but there was two different spellings for my name, child support in her state. But I thought that Laura looked people up that she didn't know were real people. And she just wanted to make sure that they weren't some angry man from prison and blah, 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 blah. Why are you looking me up? What do I have to do with your life? Like, you know, I'm real. You know, you were my friend on Facebook and we talked daily for a year. So why are you looking me up, Laura? What are you doing?
I guess she was going to send you a candle.
Here, just so that people know what the rest of it. Yeah, there's the other spelling for my name. That has nothing to do with her, but there.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow.
Laura,
More
whatever.
doxing. More doxing.
Yeah, more doxing. Yeah.
But please give her your address, people. Buy all her candles.
I'll have to share that.
I'll pick the one who's harassing me. That's the one
that's
I'll call
been
out.
relentless for a fucking year and a half, even though she's playing victim like we've all just went at her for no reason. That's not true. This is the kind of shit she does. And then she says, I did nothing to them. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
this
blah.
whole, Troy, 18 months. No, look at I wish she would go and look through your videos, Laura, and read the titles and tell me how many of those titles have Randy, Wendy, or Diane in the fucking title. Don't act, oh, they've just beat me up and I've just been such a victim this whole time. No, you have came back every time or whatever the occasion was, and you just go the extra mile. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
She's another one who goes the extra mile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
We just wish that she wouldn't. We wish she would stop going the extra mile over there. Please stop. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take. Just leave us stop doxing us. You want to make fun of me? Go ahead. Make fun of me. That doesn't bother me. But fucking stop doxing me and my friends. Quit it.
She keeps bringing up that Randy said that she had sex with her dog, and I don't ever recall Randy saying that. I heard her say something about how, and there's pictures to prove it, where she took pictures of her dog's private parts. She never said anything about you doing your dog. Shut up.
No, and Laura is the one that made that public on a stream and thought it was so funny to talk about her dog's private parts and how he had an erection and all that. That was her. And so, of course, people are going to be like, Laura, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like you say shit and then you act shocked that there's a reaction. I don't talk about my cat's boner. Like,
Listen. One thing you will never see on my channel, just for future, everybody write it down since we're, identify it. Maybe that's it.
Laura. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Put an end to this a long time ago. And she's not going to put an end to it tomorrow because she's not going to show fucking receipts. She's going to discuss. It's taken her a week or two, or however long it's been, 2 weeks, to figure out exactly how to manipulate everybody. Now, let me tell you something. There's another narcissist in this community. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of them. But there's one that I know personally that will sit back, that sat back and waited and to watch what was going on, to watch what was happening, to watch and just sat back. So this way she knew when she came back, she knew exactly what she was going to say and do based on everybody else's reactions and what was going on. That is exactly what Diana's doing.
Okay, what the hell is she talking about? What?
It's all this conspiracy, the conspiracy of it all. You know, Diane, this was all a plan. This was all
And
planned
how?
out.
What is she basing
You
this
Going
on?
Live was planned out.
Is she basing this on?
So proud of herself. She
Oh,
said, "I've
God
busted
bless her.
5 scammers in this
No,
community, and
just
I've
because you
never been
call someone
wrong."
a scammer does not necessarily make them a scammer, Laura. And so you have done zero.
Can
Sorry,
we point
babe.
out that Blondie McBlonde was not a scammer? She
Yeah,
was just
Blondie
an
McBlonde was
oddball.
never proven to be any kind of scammer. You just called her one and then doxed her boyfriend's minor child. Remember that?
And to
She
be
was
perfect,
not
yeah,
a
she
scammer.
did. I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
Also,
the minor child. And she's like, I don't even care if it's a child. That's what she said. She didn't care if it was a child. What?
even
Yeah.
though I have my own opinions on the subject, she never proved that True Helper was a scammer either, and she's claiming
Agreed.
that one.
Agree. She didn't call
So
that
he's
one
just
either.
right. We know he's not. And nobody like that's her problem with Laura is that you give her a little tiny piece of what's going on and she runs with it, makes it her own, and then drills it into people's head. I have my opinions about True Helper, but not what all she said. And Blondie McBlonde was not a scammer. She didn't prove two. Those are two people that she did not prove. And Diane has not been proven a scammer. So shut up, Laura. You haven't proved anything.
Right. I mean, just
But it was
But, I
all
mean,
game something.
we can go back to playing kickball or whatever.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
she
want
can't.
to
she must love it on some scale. She must love it, right? Because
Of course, it gets
she
her
doesn't leave us
views.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets her view. Look at her views. And go look at her true crime views. When she exiled herself, go look at her views. They're shit. She knows this brings in the views. This brings the attention. She wants attention. We're giving it to you.
Yeah, I would definitely not like to even talk about Laura, but she won't stop. And she inserts herself in every situation. And that's another thing that's always drove me crazy is she'll insert herself, get all wrapped up, it comes too deep, and then they're coming for me, they won't stop coming for me. I leave them alone. No, Laura, you don't. And you bring me up almost every single live, except for the last few that have been about nothing but Diane and Wendy. Like, you need to stop.
But she won't. Yeah, people don't usually change, unfortunately, right?
She knows.
She's never going to change. She's never going to
She
change.
knows
Welcome, Ken Love. Thank
putting
you for
y'all's
asking.
names. Oops, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say thank you for asking respectfully. That's what I really want to try to do that. As you guys know, that was one of my New Year's resolutions was to try not to screech at the chat when they ask a question that pisses me off. So Captain of my soul, I apologize because I already broke it once. I'm working on it. I'm not good at it yet. I'm working on it. That's why I needed to make a resolution because I suck at it. Would someone please offer?
I don't know the date on this, but here we go.
Bitch, I would advise you to back the fuck off. And if you don't want to, then two are gonna play fucking hardball. So I'm telling you right now, Miss Demina, back the fuck off. Because if you want me to go real life, I will go real life. And trust me when I tell you, you dumb cunt, I will play 10 times harder than you do. This won't be a little here and there. So we can either go full out fucking war or you can back the fuck off. It's your choice. So let me know which one you choose. Because if you're scared of Trisha, you don't even fucking know what I'm capable of. So do yourself a favor, either back the fuck off or play me. Whichever you want to do, it is your choice. I will completely leave it up to you. It's totally your choice.
Wow.
Yep.
Doesn't really sound like it's our choice, honestly. It sounds like it's going to kind of happen no matter what.
Yeah. And what?
That's what they said and why they went live. Well, that's funny because I have the whole conversation recorded. So sorry, that's a lie. And I will prove it if I have to. Anybody wants to hear it, let me know. That's what they said and why they went live. Well, that's funny because I have the whole conversation recorded. So sorry, that's a lie. And I will prove it if I have to. Anybody wants to hear it, let me know.
Someone was questioning the money you raised after Ziggy died. I didn't raise any fucking money. What? I put in $20 of my own fucking money. They're so fucking stupid. There was no money raised. Once again, they don't know how to shut the fuck up. I started this thing for Ziggy, and I don't even know where I put in the fucking link. And I put the link in Ziggy's Discord. I don't know what happened to it. I never touched money for Ziggy. I put in my own fucking money for Ziggy. Yeah, that wasn't that wasn't a fundraiser. At the time, I think I had $3 Patreons. But it's not like I've gotten more than 30. Since she died, I think I got 6, maybe $7 slots that leave. The dollar slot is not what people sign up for. I have a few people, but that's it. It's not what people sign up for. I'm not going to give, all right, each month, I'm not going to give a place $4 or $5. That's dumb. You wait till you have 50 and then you fucking turn it over. Angel Pepper, remember when I put that guard dog thing in? I can't even find it anymore.
Picture of his kid. I posted one picture of his wife and one picture of both of them. If they have a picture of his kid, they made it up. Because I never posted a picture of his kid. Ever. I would not do that. Marianne just said you showed both his wife and kid on Patreon. Bullshit. That's a lie. I showed it to fucking 5 people. So that's a fucking blatant lie. And I never showed his kid. So, yeah, but I never did. I wouldn't touch kid. I didn't care what his kid looked like. I just want to know he wasn't really married. And he knew that. I've never posted his kid. 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 Do I even have to fucking answer you? Of course I didn't. Are you fucking dumb? Holy shit. If you really fucking believe that, Whiskey, do me a favor, lose my number and go over to fucking Diane's. I'm serious. How you can even fucking ask me that? Get the fuck out of here.
Kind of like the way people target Natasha, I was targeted like that with no justification. There was no reason for people to come after me like this, but they did. And I wasn't doing the shit Natasha was doing. When I say doxing, I don't mean doxing like I put your whole family out there. I mean that, I looked you up. I wanted to know who the fuck you are. And you're right. I know I'm an absolute saint in comparison to Cooper and a couple of other people. I agree with that. But again, this was 2018. This wasn't anything in the current present. This was maybe even 2019. Then another CPS call, then another CPS call, but the last two, I know who they are. But I still never did half the shit that all these people have done. But regardless, somehow I get compared to these horrible things when I've always been a voice of reason. I've never done the things that other people have done. I've never intentionally hurt someone. I've never intentionally bashed the fuck out of someone who didn't come after me first. I have never gone after someone who didn't come after me first. And there is an exception to that. Natasha Cooper is an exception to that. Natasha Cooper never came after me. I started talking about her. She had never come after me. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. But somehow, some way, this is where we're at now. Somehow, some way, people are comparing me to Natasha Cooper. Please don't. I am nothing like her at all. I've never scammed anybody. I know I have a horrible rap just because the drama community decided to give me one. No, this was before Molly. Thank you, Rocco. So lo and behold, Granny's Watching is doing her live. I'll always be honest, Tommy. I got nothing to hide. Granny's Watching is doing her live, and there's some idiot in chat called Just Facts. It says, oh, your buddy Laura or your buddy Perp is doing the same thing as Natasha. Really? This also goes into Vivian Sanchez, her mod, who's also a great buddy to my stalker. And I'm going to read you that letter if you guys were all listening last night. So, but I can't tell you who it is because they asked not to. So lo and behold, Granny's Watching, like I would expect her to do, says, all right, dude, give me proof. Show me proof that Laura's done these things. Then it was silence. Then they say something else again. Hey, Stephanie. Then they said, well, Laura has done this to you. I don't know why, Kathy. Laura has done this to you. Has done this. And Granny's Watching again said, well, show me the proof. Show me facts. I've heard a lot of people say it, but show me facts. You and I went rounds in the ma'am groups. I couldn't stand you, but you were never a scammer. Started listening to you a few months ago and you've really grown and come up. Why, thank you, Navigator. I agree, Daisy. Totally agree. And, going back to MAN days, I have fought with people. We did go round and around and around and around. Absolutely. It was innocent versus guilty. That was our groups. If you believe Stephen Avery and Brenda were innocent, you were on my side. If you didn't, you were on the other side. So regardless, I have come a long way. But again, we're going back to 2018. So anyway, Granny's Watching, I want to give you a shout out and thank you for asking them for proof because there'll never be any proof. And here's what I wanted to get into tonight. Last night, her buddy Vivian Sanchez had said that I did a fundraiser for, I don't have a pool. Sorry, did I hear? I don't have I have a pool in the backyard that I made, that I do have. So Vivian Sanchez had turned around and said that I have, that I did a fundraiser for an attorney. Okay. Truth number one, I never had a fundraiser for an attorney, ever, ever. So Vivian, prove where I had a fundraiser for an attorney. I'll wait. But I just want you to know I'll be waiting all my whole life for it because it never happened. What did happen, okay, I'll tell you what did happen. After the second, and I hope people that are listening that weren't around then really listen to this because this can happen to you because it was completely unwarranted. My second CPS call, my son was accused of raping his twin sister. Yes, that is what my second CPS call was. I was mortified. My daughter is permanently damaged. My son could not believe this was happening. Thank fucking God COVID was just happening and she didn't need to go for a test or anything like that to completely mortify her even more. All right. That's why every single person in my chat gave me money to try to get an attorney. The problem is, here's the problem. The problem is COVID was starting. I gave money to an attorney. The attorney said there's nothing he can do. Court's been put off. Yeah, it was all from YouTube. And I'll tell you 100% how we know it was YouTube. But let me finish this. COVID was starting. Lawyer said courts are backed up. Cops, everything. I mean, the cops were here. I recorded the whole thing. It was all recorded. So I played it. I was in tears. My daughter was in tears. Like, Mom, why is this happening? It was disgusting. How we know it was from YouTube. One, they gave the wrong address. They gave the wrong names. CPS still gives, whoever calls CPS still gives the wrong names. But the cops had to go to my old house. They had to come here, everything. Yeah, I mean, it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Then just when that started dying down, CPS was called again. I go out one night to meet one of my Patreons actually. And my daughter calls me, CPS was here again. That was the third call. I don't know who those three calls were. I have a feeling I know whoever made that third one is the same person that made the fourth and fifth. The first two, I have no idea. Well, I have an idea on the first one, not the second one. I really have no idea who the second one is. But to do something like that to my kids, that's why I got money for an attorney. So for those of you running your mouth about, oh my God, she raised money for an attorney. Damn right, we raised money for an attorney. My subs, my Patreons, we were dumbfounded and hurt for my daughter and my son. Had nothing to do with me. It had to do with my daughter, who is on record, and my son, who's on record for this. CPS doesn't go away for 5 years. I was getting a lawyer to fight for my son so that this wouldn't be on Phoenix's record, that a job that he goes, let's say, for the government wouldn't be on his fucking record. You can't for CPS in Alabama. We're going to go that route. That's why we were getting an attorney. That's why I fought hard to get an attorney, was so my son, if somehow we can get this off this fucking CPS record, because that shit will stay with him for 5 years. 5 years, he'll be out of college. I want that completely fucking expunged. My son should not have to do this because some asshole on YouTube called CPS. So if anybody wants to talk about why we were trying to get money for an attorney, that's why. But there was no fundraiser. Absolutely no fundraiser. People were just generously donating in order to get an attorney. So that's truth number one. And again, I don't like saying this over and over and over and over, but when people are going to lie about me, then other people need to know the truth. So you're Sanchez over there, you might want to hear the truth before you start running your mouth with fucking lies. So, or assuming that you know something that you know nothing. My kids, my teenage kids have been dragged into YouTube bullshit for absolutely no reason. Just because people are so fucking sick, but it didn't shut me down. I'm still going to keep going. Sage even told me, Mom, don't let them win. Phoenix, don't let them win. Just because I may show my kids on YouTube or they may come in here and talk doesn't give somebody the right to fuck their lives up. And to have all these CPS reports based on them and lies about them, that's a fucking problem, a big problem. So that's why people may have seen that I raised money or that I got money for an attorney. Okay. So that's truth number one. Truth number two. Oh, now I forgot. Oh, tonight, this just facts. How I had a channel shut down and I have other channels. Okay. I've told this story before and I'm going to tell this story again. I know, Bethany, but I didn't do a fundraiser. And I'll tell this story again. I did not, and I repeat, did not lose a channel due to doxing, due to harassment, due to any of those things. I lost a channel that I had well over 500 videos on. It was as big as this channel. It was actually bigger than this channel at one point. So exactly, Hounds. So that was my backup channel to the Dr. Phil strike. But it was pretty much my main channel at the time. I got hijacked. That channel was hijacked, literally hijacked for spam. I said, look, there are real videos on here. I don't understand. I didn't spam anybody with this channel. And YouTube, after going back and forth, YouTube said, we will take the channel. We still have to take the channel down because it was flagged for spam multiple times. And it seems that somebody hijacked my channel and used it for not good purposes. I don't know what they used it for. YouTube never told me. They never said what it was used for other than spam. Because of that, I was allowed to have another channel. YouTube, all of my AdSense goes to one place. You can't have more than one AdSense. All your AdSense goes to one place. I'm sure I have it saved somewhere because I wouldn't like throw something like that out. But I said to YouTube, am I allowed to have another channel? Like I have other channels. They said, yes, you didn't get shut down for harassment. You didn't get shut down. Like, even though this might be an error per se, and not an error that, like, I can't help the fact my channel was hijacked. That's not my fault. It's not anything I did. So YouTube looked into it, came back to me and said that we still have to take the channel down due to the spam, but yes, your other channels are fine. I said, thank you. Thank you. So all these people want to run with, oh my God, Laura has another channel. Laura has another channel. I am allowed to by YouTube. Again, because my channel was not taken down due to harassment or spam, it was spam, but harassment or anything like that. My channel was taken down because it was hijacked. That is a completely different story than Natasha getting taken down because she was doxing. I've never lost a channel for doxing. I have never lost a channel for harassment. I've never lost a channel for yelling too loud. I've never lost a channel for any of those reasons. The only reason I lost a channel is because my channel was fucking hijacked. I can't help that. That was completely out of my control. No, Tamara, he's fine. That was completely out of my control. And YouTube knows it. I have 3 channels that all filter to the exact same Google AdSense. Even now, I have 3 channels that all go to Google AdSense. There's only one Google AdSense. I don't have anybody sign in my accounts or anything else. When I lost my channel, when I lost monetization on the channel that I now have hidden, which was my drama channel, I had hidden the channel. I keep it hidden for a reason. It's not monetized. I lost monetization due to something I did. I don't know what it is, but harassment or spam, it was spam, but harassment or anything like that. My channel was taken down because it was hijacked. That is a completely different story than Natasha getting taken down because she was doxing. I've never lost a channel for doxing. I have never lost a channel for harassment. I've never lost a channel for yelling too loud. I've never lost a channel for any of those reasons. The only reason I lost a channel is because my channel was fucking hijacked. I can't help that. That was completely out of my control. No, Tamara, he's fine. That was completely out of my control. And YouTube knows it. I have 3 channels that all filter to the exact same Google AdSense. Even now, I have 3 channels that all go to Google AdSense. There's only one Google AdSense. I don't have anybody sign in my accounts or anything else. When I lost my channel, when I lost monetization on the channel that I now have hidden, which was my drama channel, I had hidden the channel. I keep it hidden for a reason. It's not monetized. I lost monetization due to something I did. I don't know what it is, but whatever. I cannot even reapply until I could actually reapply now. I could reapply in March, but they keep sending me all this different stuff. And they said that I lost the channel. I lost monetization due to other people's content or whatever this thing is. So in the last month, I've gotten 30 different emails from YouTube about content ID strikes. I used to play music before every live. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I then lost monetization. My second backup channel, which is called Intrepid, I also lost monetization. Reuse content. Thank you. I also lost monetization, but that one, they gave me a chance to fix immediately. So I had to make a video of why I just literally, they made me make like a 5-minute video of why I deserve to have my monetization on this channel. So I complied with everything they did, everything they asked for. 24 hours later, my monetization was back. But I was so nervous about it. I'm like, you know what? Let me turn that into a candle channel or something. And let me just go on my main channel and mix everything. And at least I know I have a backup channel. So for anyone to compare me to what Natasha did or somebody else, I've already been through this. Like, I'm not a newbie to YouTube. So all of these fucking labels, all of these rumors can just if you want to call me an asshole, you want to say I'm this and that, you go right ahead. What you think of me is not my business. I'm okay with that. But don't fucking sit here and lie. That's one thing that I cannot stand. Do not compare me to these lowlifes like Natasha Cooper scammer. Do not fucking come at me. Oh, hold on. Let me show something else. I always show receipts. I have done some fundraisers. Every single receipt was posted on my community page. I believe on my other channel, but I can show them. Anyone that's been with me a long time knows that. Every single fundraiser I did, receipts were shown. Anytime I raised money, receipts were shown. And I did a fundraiser. The last fundraiser I did was for my son's space camp. I showed the letter. I showed his school accidentally. I showed the receipt. I showed everything. Every fucking time. I seriously, receipt queen 100%. I have never not shown receipts for shit that I've done. Somebody in the drama community, which is hysterical, is asking me for receipts for my dollar Patreon. Anybody in the dollar Patreon, if you want to see my receipts for what I have donated to that thing, I'd be more than willing to show you. Anybody else, I'm going to take what everyone else says. It's none of your business because I have fucking shown receipts more than anybody in both these fucking communities, Natasha's community and their community. I have shown more receipts than both of them put together. And you know where it gets me? Absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. Nobody seems to fucking care that I show receipts. They still run with whatever bullshit they want to run with. So therefore, sorry, I'm no longer doing it because it doesn't get me anywhere. If I thought it was going to get me somewhere, great. Since it's not, well, fuck it. I ain't showing anyone. That's where we're at. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. Well, you're not in the dollar thing. It's only for the dollar support. Exactly, city girl. Where's the 20K? Where's the receipts? I always show receipts. Always. Okay. Now, and if there's any other rumors that anybody, and you know what, Tommy, I didn't even wait to show receipts. Like every single night, like when I was doing candles for a fundraiser, I think it was like every other day, every time I donated, I would donate on lives. I would show the receipt on a live. That's just what you do. Plain and simple. So if anybody from Grounding's watching, if anybody has any other rumors that they want to hear or they have heard, I'll be happy to tell you the backstory. Because again, you want to call me an asshole, call me an asshole. I don't really care. But you're not going to sit there and make up lies about me to get other people to hate me when it's all fucking lies to begin with. Sorry, not going to happen. I will always straighten out shit like that. Always. I do always show receipts, Mama Bear. You have to. Because my thing is too, though, if I'm asking money, like when I did Dayton's space camp, if I'm asking for money from you guys, then you guys deserve receipts. You just do. You give super chat, you get a receipt. You give a PayPal, you get a receipt. So donating to me for a fundraiser, why shouldn't you get a receipt? Why shouldn't you see exactly where that money is going to? You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been like that because I'm also a consumer. I've also donated. And to me, it's very, very important. If you're helping me, then you deserve to see a fucking receipt. Donna Patton, you never answered your question, by the way. You never answered my question. You were showing receipts every time there was money. That's exactly right, Mama Bear. People want to say differently, but I can prove it. They can't prove otherwise.